So how have you learned to read your emotions, to not just give in to them, and to have the same kind of high degree of, consciousness around how you shape that as well?
One, revisiting it a lot. But let's give a framework to what you're talking about, and then we'll drop into the emotion piece. I love that you keep saying it's simple. And for some people, they don't think that way. So it's not simple. So let's give them a framework. Number one, what we're really talking about here is contemplation. Really thinking through and using the power of thought of what you want to be like, what are the skills you want to deliver, what's the service you want to offer to the world. Number two, the consistency of action to not only create that in your own body and your own mind, but start creating that result in the world. That's really important. Number three is courage, because it takes courage to put yourself out there and try to get a little better. Like, it was even just laying in bed, visualizing myself doing something on stage that was way outside my boundaries of like comfort, like walk across the stage really fast, like walk down to the audience and give high fives and, say something strong, or, admit something or share something vulnerable. Like, that's courage. That's scary. But the other thing is, I think that you and I have always had, which sometimes is undervalued, is we also had community. We had other people. You had Lisa, I had Denise. We had people in our industry or our peer set who we looked up to, or who we could learn from, or who we could be like, this sucks, this is hard. And for me, coming back to your emotional element, that has been everything for me. Community. Having people in my life who I can, when I'm on the road for X amount of time, or I'm dealing with a super hard client, or we're rolling out a leadership program to a Fortune 50 company, or, I'm doing my first, major deal with Oprah Winfrey Network, and I don't know what to do. I am so incredibly fast of asking people what to do. I'm also incredibly fast in sharing how I feel about it. Being like, oh, I feel really awkward about this. I'm unsure. I'm having a lot of self-doubt. How would you deal with it? Like, I'm somebody who expresses his emotions all the time. My frigging tagline is bring the joy. Like, everybody knows that. Why? Because I want to make sure people know we're going to create this energy. Because emotion is not something you have. It is something you generate. Emotion can be an impulse, but feelings is our interpretations of those impulses over a period of time. And I said, I want to feel vibrancy, joy, love, connection, satisfaction, fulfillment in my life. So I'm going to learn to generate those emotions. How do you learn to generate the emotions? You read psychology. How do you learn to generate the emotions? You try. Like, you're just like, I'm going to go, we're going to have date night tonight. I'm going to make it a fun night. I'm going to make it a fun night. I'm going to do things to see, can I make people laugh? Can I make people turn their lights on? You learn to control your own emotions or deal with them in better ways as you decide to be a more mature person.